1306. The diamond, not yet christened Kohinoor, is mentioned for the first time in some historical texts as belonging to the Rajas of Malwa around this time, according to some historians. The exact history is lost in the mists of antiquity. Reads an account on the stone in the Smithsonian. It is reported to have belonged to the ruler of an ancient Oriental kingdom as far back as 3000 BC. Records, including a book by seismologist Harsh K. Gupta, say that the diamond was mined from Guntur in present-day Andhra Pradesh. 1526. The first verified mention of the stone crops up in the Baburnama, the writings of Mughal ruler Babur. Babur acquired the rock after defeating Ibrahim Lodi, the last of the Delhi sultans, in the First Battle of Panipat. Historian N.B. Sen, among others, has written that from Babur, the diamond passed to Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb, before coming into the possession of his grandson, Sultan Muhammad. 1739. Persian general Nadir Shah defeats Muhammad to conquer Delhi, and the diamond in 1739 and gives it its now famous name. He takes the stone back to Persia but is assassinated 8 years later. The diamond now passes into the possession of one of his generals, Ahmad Shah Durrani, in whose family it stays for the next generation. 1813. The diamond returns to India when Shah Shuja Durrani, a descendant of Ahmad Shah, escapes from his quarreling brothers in Kabul, brings it to Punjab. And then he gives it to Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the founder of the Sikh Empire, in return for being granted asylum. Much later, Shah Shuja's wife Wufa Begum was said to have described the rock saying, "If a strong man were to throw 4 stones, one north, one south, one east, one west, and a 5th stone up into the air, and if the space between them were to be filled with gold, all would not equal the value of the Kohinoor." 1839 to 1843. Maharaja Ranjit Singh dies, leaving the diamond and his kingdom to his sons. However, after 3 of his older sons are killed in quick succession, in 1843, 5-year-old Duleep Singh took the throne, becoming the last Indian sovereign to own the Kohinoor. 1849. The British win the Second Anglo-Sikh War and annex the Sikh kingdom of Punjab under the Treaty of Lahore. 11-year-old Duleep Singh signs over the kingdom and the diamond over to them before stepping down from his throne. Article 3 of the treaty reads, "The gem called the Kohinoor, which was taken from Shah Sujul-Mulk by Maharaja Ranjit Singh, shall be surrendered by the Maharaja of Lahore to the Queen of England." 1852. The diamond is taken to England and showcased to the public. However, after reports of disappointment with the stone's uncut appearance, Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, orders the polishing of the Kohinoor. The final product, which takes 38 days to achieve, shaves off significant portions of the stone, reducing its weight by 42% from 37.2 g to its current 21.12 g. Bearing in mind the myth surrounding the stone, Queen Victoria later asks in her will that the Kohinoor only be worn by a female queen. The stone is then added to the crowns of her successors and is stowed away in the Tower of London, where it has been ever since. Despite claims of ownership by 4 countries, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Britain, the United Kingdom has maintained its ownership over the gem. Reacting to one of the many attempts by Indian groups to push for its return to India, in 2015, British historian Andrew Roberts was quoted as saying, "Those involved in this ludicrous case should recognize that the British Crown Jewels is precisely the right place for the Kohinoor diamond to reside." The story of getting Kohinoor by Nader Shah and losing it. Nader Shah, like previous Iranian kings such as Cyrus the Great and Darius, expanded the territory of Iran and added many areas to the territory of Iran. King Nader intended to conquer the country like the Achaemenid, but he was not morally like them and did not care much about people's freedom. In 1739, after many conquests, Nader Shah arrived in India and tried to conquer this land. The King of India at that time, who had a weak government and could not defend his land, wanted to keep his throne with impressive gifts. He presented 2 important treasures and diamonds of the Indian court to Nadir Shah, 2 unique expensive diamonds, one shining on the king's crown and the other in the middle of the throne. Seeing the diamond in the middle of the throne, Nader Shah was amazed and said that it is like a mountain of light, Kohinoor, and he used a sea of light, Darya-i-Noor, to describe the other diamond. These two names were preserved on two important historical diamonds, Kohinoor Diamond and Darya-i-Noor Diamond. Kohinoor Diamond, which at that time still had its original weight, was one of the largest diamonds in the world, weighing 793 carats. Darya-i-Noor Diamond was and is the biggest pink diamond in the world. The throne, decorated with Kohinoor diamonds, was in the shape of a peacock, and since then, it has been known as the rare peacock bed. After the death of Nader Shah, the throne of Peacock Throne fell into the hands of Ahmad Shah Durrani. He took the throne to Afghanistan, separated the diamond from it, and the throne was destroyed. After a while, he gave the diamond to Shah Shuja as a gift. Later, Shah Shuja colluded with the Kingdom of India out of greed to get the government of Afghanistan and got the government of the region in exchange for the Kohinoor diamond. The diamond returned to India but did not last in this land. In 1849, after the British forces conquered Punjab, the Kohinoor diamond price in dollars was transferred to the treasury of British jewels in an Indian company. This time, another Indian king, in exchange for keeping his throne, gave away the Kohinoor diamond. Diamond Kohinoor was sent to Britain by ship. On the ship, when cholera had spread, and chaos and crowding had risen, the diamond of Kohinoor was lost for several days. Until the servant carrying the diamond was able to return the diamond. The Kohinoor was handed over to Queen Victoria in July 1850. At this time, the Kohinoor diamond weighed 186 carats. How much is the Kohinoor diamond worth? The value of the Kohinoor diamond is not precisely known, and since this stone is unique, it doesn't seem easy to determine a specific price for it. For this reason, it can be compared with another famous diamond called Graph Pink, sold at an auction for $46 million. The weight of this diamond is a little less than 25 carats, which is almost a quarter of the weight of Kohinoor. More than half a century ago, the price of Kohinoor diamond was about $200 million. It is said that the value of the British Royal Crown is between $10 and $12.7 billion, and among the 2,800 diamonds in it, Kohinoor is considered the best of them. However, it is estimated that the price of Kohinoor is between $165 and $472 million. Kohinoor Diamond and Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II, who has reigned for over 60 years, passed away on Thursday at Balmoral Castle. Following her death, social media became abuzz with demands for Kohinoor's return to India. While Queen Victoria I wore it as a brooch, it soon became a part of crown jewels, first in Queen Alexandra's crown and then in Queen Mary's crown. Finally, it formed a part of a dazzling crown made in 1937 for Queen Elizabeth, consort of King George VI, for the latter's coronation on May 12, 1937. A detachable platinum mount holds the Kohinoor diamond in the crown's detachable platinum frame, which has a platinum frame set with 2,800 diamonds. Queen Elizabeth wore the crown without its arches at the state openings of Parliament during the reign of King George VI and again at the coronation of her daughter, Queen Elizabeth II, in 1953. It was then set on her coffin in April 2002, marking the crown's last public appearance since then.